I'm doing a giveaway. At 2,500 subs, I will be giving a copy of Palworld free! So subscribe now or pay for Palworld. What's going on YouTube? In this video, I'm going to show you the glitches that are unpatched as of 0.1.5.1. So do not ask in the comments if this glitch is patched. Okay, so for glitch number 1, you're going to need rocket ammo and a rocket launcher. You're going to need a flyer. And you're going to need an ice tame that has the skill Ice Missile. Once you have all this, you're going to head over to the boss of choice. Me personally, I wanted to get some more pal oil, so I went to the mammoth. Once you get there, you're going to want to throw out your ice pet, and you're going to want to freeze the mammoth. So you do so by hitting E for Ice Missile in my case, but you're going to look for the skill Ice Missile and use that skill on the boss. Once the boss is frozen, you're going to want to toggle right click and shoot your rocket launcher at the boss, and it should go flying out into oblivion. You'll see the boss fly up into the sky, and then you can go ahead and collect the loot from the boss. This glitch will work on any boss in the open world, including Jetragons, Mossandras, and that big Gyarados looking creature. All of these will work using this glitch. Now, because the first glitch doesn't work on dungeon bosses, I am now going to show you one that can be used for them. Alright, so let's fast travel to a boss location so we can show you how it's done. Alright, so once you get into the boss, you're going to want to immediately hop on your flyer and head to this corner right here. You're going to want to hold W and climb the wall. Then you're going to want to pet your flyer, ride your flyer, and then you will be outside in the mesh. Once in the mesh, look for the entrance. You'll see it. It's like a door, but from the outside. You're going to want to land there, and this is where you will be aggroing the boss from the outside. Since you're in the mesh, the boss can't attack you and can't kill you. If you are having troubles aggroing the boss like in the video, you can use stuff like rocket launchers or setting pals on aggressive in order to bring the boss closer to you so you can kill the boss. And once the boss is killed, you'll do the same thing. You can fly up to the wall, hold W, you can pet your tame, you can ride your tame, and then you will be back out into the non-mesh. From here, you can find out where the guy died, and then you can take the loot, and you're ready to do this on every dungeon that you feel like. Just a quick note, you can only do one boss per day, so don't come back and do it over and over again until the next day. Alright, so the final glitch I have for you guys to cheese bosses is for lower levels, because this is easier to do and there's not many requirements. You will need 100 wood, and then you're going to want to fast travel to your boss of choice that you want to kill. Once you get there, you're going to want to essentially build ramps to the sky, and it's going to be like exactly like the rocket launcher glitch, except we're going to walk the boss of choice all the way up, and then it's going to take fall damage when it falls off. So what you're going to want to do here is just line up like 10 to 12 foundations. You'll make 2 walls on the side, and then just build a ramp all the way up. Once you finish the first row, you can see after that the snaps will all align, and you can just go ahead and build the stairs. You don't actually have to do layer by layer by layer. You can just do stairs all the way up. Once that's done, you're ready to aggro your boss, so just hit it with a bow or an assault rifle or whatever it is you're using and start walking up the never-ending ladder. Now make sure it is following behind you, so you're going to want to walk a little bit, turn around and take a look, make sure it's still there, etc, etc. You'd probably want to look back at least 3 times before you jump off. After this, you can just glide off, the boss will follow you, it'll fall to its death, and you'll be able to get the loot. Alright, so I'm here guys, I'm trying to get an Anubis, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a pal box down. So make sure you bring enough resources for that. You're going to want to bring like 10 Paldium fragment and like 100 wood and 100 stone. But yeah, you're going to place your Paldium box down. You're going to make it go faster with your Anubis. You're going to pick your Anubis back up. And what we're going to do here is build a viewing cage. Now be careful, pick up your Anubis because you don't want to actually build it. Make sure it's unbuilt and then go ahead and aggro the Anubis. Once you have the Anubis's aggro, you're going to want to switch to your flyer. You're going to want to throw it into the cage, and then you're going to want to mount your flyer. Now this is you in the cage and the Anubis stuck outside of it. Next, you're going to want to go to your inventory and drop the flyer that you are currently on. This will put you inside the cage, and then you can go ahead and pick up, if you can ever find the snap, you can go ahead and pick up the jet dragon. Once you are inside, you can start putting in some work on the Anubis. Now, I'm showing you this because I was testing this for the first time on my own, but you can't actually shoot it unless you are right up on its head there. I would suggest just using a sword, as you can see, because it make it a lot easier. In this instance, I also think that a spear would work because, again, it's long ranged, so it'll go through the barrier of the viewing cage. But anyways, what you're going to want to do is get it super low, and then you're just going to want to go ahead and cancel the viewing cage and throw your sphere at it. And that's it. I mean, that is the glitch in full effect. And this makes it very easy to get Anubises. This makes it very easy to get Snapdragons. This makes it very easy to get Mammoths, which are all things you guys will need to progress through the game. It is also important to note that you do have to cancel the cage. This is the result if you do not cancel the cage. You will just throw balls at your own face. No pun intended. Alright guys, so I'm here at the Mammoth spawn. I'm going to show you now how I did it with the Mammoth. Same idea, you're just going to want to throw out your Anubis, make yourself your PAL box. Then you're going to want to go and put down your viewing cage. And then after you put down your viewing cage, you're just going to want to lead the Mammoth and do the exact same thing as before. Doesn't that Mammoth kind of look like a buffalo? That reminds me of a dad joke. Let me tell you guys now. What was the buffalo's dying word to his kid? Bye, son. Alright, so same thing as last time. We ride it, we get off of it, we're inside the cage by ourselves, and we're just going to go ahead and grab this Mammoth real quick. If I could click the right button, we're going to go ahead and grab this Mammoth real quick. My alarm actually just went off, which means our Snapdragons are ready to be leveled, and we can continue with the next part of this video as soon as we're done taming this Mammoth. I also just quickly wanted to say, while this Mammoth is being killed, if you guys need any help, or if you have any questions with any glitches that I do, whether it's this video or other videos, feel free to leave me a comment down in the description, and I'll be happy to answer everyone's questions. Alright, so we finally caught this Mammoth, so now we can move on. I'm going to teach you guys how to do the infinite fly or infinite glide glitch. Now that we know what we're doing, let's get on with the video. The first thing we need to do is tame a Gale Claw, so I quickly went to Palworld.gg so I could locate them. As you can see here in red, that's where they are, so let's go get them. Okay, so following Palworld.gg, I went and fast traveled to the closest location to find these Gale Claws. And what you're going to want to do here is kind of just scale the tops of the mountains, and that's where these Gale Claws spawn. Now I noticed that sometimes they're not here, so what you're going to have to do is simply go back, teleport out, and teleport in. This should re-render all of the pals, which will make it easier to find a new Gale Claw. Once you find your Gale Claw, it's actually pretty straightforward. You just go and tame your Gale Claw. If you have a legendary spear, just note that this will actually tame 100% of the time, so you don't have to actually weaken it or anything. You just throw your sphere and you're good to go. The next part to this glitch is once you have your Gale Claw, you're going to go and get it killed. So since I just finished doing a Jetragon glitch, I went to fast travel there to get my Gale Claw killed. No, you can actually do this anywhere as long as it's something that will get it killed. So you can go to a dungeon, you could go to a Tower Syndicate boss, you could go to a open world boss. It doesn't really matter as long as you go ahead and get your Gale Claw killed. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is just aggro the Jetragon real quick, and then I'm going to go ahead and put my pal on aggressive, and this should eventually here focus the Jetragon on the Gale Claw, and then it will kill it. While we're waiting real quick for the Gale Claw to die here, I just wanted to say, if you are having any troubles or you need any help with any of the glitches that I do on my channel, feel free to leave a comment down below, and I will be happy to answer anyone's questions that you may have. It seems like this Jetragon only wants me, so it's taking a little bit longer than usual, but finally, once you actually get your pet killed, you can make your way back to your home base. And once you're at your home base, the last thing you need to do for this glitch is wait for nighttime if it's not nighttime yet, and go to sleep in your bed. And once you wake up, you will be able to do the fly glitch. Alright, so a couple of things about the fly glitch. The first thing is you're going to want to activate the fly glitch by double tapping spacebar on your keyboard. Now for Xbox, I think it's just the jump button, so you would double tap the jump button. To take full advantage of this glitch, you'll want to do it off high cliff surfaces so that you can get a better glide off. I'm going to show you 3 dungeon glitches that you definitely want to take advantage of. So without further ado, let's get into it. You enter the dungeon, and once you enter, just clear everything surrounding you so that nothing's attacking you while you're trying to do the glitch. And essentially what we're going to do here is we're going to mesh into the wall, and we're going to be able to clear the boss from the outside. So what you're going to do is climb this wall right here, like so. You see, I forgot to take out your PAL, so a reminder to everyone, make sure your PAL is out when you're doing this. But you climb the wall like so. Then you're going to click 4 on your keyboard, and you're going to click pet your flyer, and then you're going to ride your flyer. And just like that, look at this, you will be outside in the mesh. From here it's pretty straightforward, but if you were here to clear, even if you wanted to catch daydreams, for example, you could go ahead and do that. And I mean, I think the first flyer is unlocked at level 12 or 13, I believe. That's the Nightwing, so you can actually come here with a Nightwing and tame these from the outside. So you can actually throw spheres through, you can actually shoot things through the wall. It's really neat. So any dungeon you can clear, and I'm going to show you a couple of other ones, but this is the first one here. So what you're going to want to do is make your way to the boss area, because we're here for that juicy loot. Try to stay above that mesh area. You see like the ground on the outside, otherwise you'll end up like me. As you can see, I have 3 on, so my pals are spawning 3 times as much, and this was because I just wanted to tame up a bunch of snapdragons. But anyways, you can just shoot your rockets from the outside, kill the bosses, and yeah, after this we're gonna go inside and get all that juicy loot. One thing I should actually mention quickly is that on the right hand side of the boss, there's a lot less places to glitch on. You'll see what I'm talking about in a sec. But basically, as soon as you see the boss room, make sure if you're facing the entrance that you're on the right hand side. I'll just quickly get off my mount now and shoot them to show you guys that it is possible to shoot through these walls. And then once you're finished, you just hop back on your flyer and then make your way up to the wall. And you're just going to hold F against this wall here, and you'll just parachute right back in, right? All right. I thought this was the most insane part of the glitch, is you can just put yourself right back out of the mesh. But yeah, so then after that, you're going to pick up all that juicy loot, but this isn't the actual loot. The loot is ahead with these 2 storage crates. And yeah, the cool part about this glitch is you can actually just go boss to boss to boss to boss, like dungeons, and clear them all out one by one. Alright, so for method 1, guys, we're going to head to the Desolated Church, which is over here in the location, and we're going to make our way over to this location right here on screen. That's where the black marketeer is. I know people have seen some methods, but I wanted to showcase for you guys my top 3 methods on how to do this glitch. Alright guys, so once you spawn here, you're just going to want to turn around. For me, I don't know why it's always so choppy, but just ignore it here for a second. You're going to throw out your flyer, obviously. And I just want to show you guys, for me personally, who's not the greatest with directions, I tend to do this when I'm trying to find a spot. You see how I'm moving in the direction, and then I'm looking at the arrow. I don't know if this guys helps you or not, or if it's just a small little thing that I do, but it really helps me find things a lot easier. So anything I could do to help you guys is a bonus. Okay, so once you find this little spot here, you're just going to want to go under the in lip here and then walk your way down, and I'll meet you guys at the bottom. Alright, so once you guys get to the bottom here, you're going to see the black marketeer, and what you're going to do is you're going to talk to him at the same time that you're hitting him. And this will do damage to him, actually, while you're talking to him, which I find pretty funny. Cheers to the person who actually figured this out. This is actually hilarious, and just like a classic representation of indie games. But yeah, you're just going to go ahead and F and left click until he dies. And I mean, like, wow, what an easy way to do this. Now I'm actually going to go here and show you guys how many times you can click. As you saw there, 3 was too much, but if you keep it to 1 or 2 tags and you're fast with the talk, you should be able to do this no problem. Alright guys, so once he finally dies here, we get to the part where we can start making our 1.4 or 1.8 million an hour. It's actually endless. It's up to you. As soon as you want to stop it, you can. But you're going to want to place a fireplace you can see, and then you're going to want to go ahead and place like as many fireplaces as you possibly can. Just like fill that with fireplaces, make like a nice shape, a square, a triangle, whatever you please, but just fill that with all fireplaces. Just light the whole place on fire, right? And once you do that, as you can probably guess, we're gonna try to get this guy to respawn, and once he respawns, he will just be on fire, and we'll be able to just kill him over and over again, rendering him back in. This reminded me of a funny dad joke, so I'll just tell you guys real quick. What is a fireplace best feature? That ash. Alright, so once you've got all your fireplaces, what you're going to want to do is log out and then just log back in. And it's really that simple, and you can just keep doing this over and over and over again. So once he dies again, you will just pick up all the loot, log out and log in and do it again. And yeah, that's the best way to get gold, because every time you kill this guy, you get 13,000 gold. So every 2 minutes, you're getting roughly 13k gold, which is a lot of gold. Okay, you might be saying, now I have gold, Spooky, what do I do with it? So now what we're going to do with all this gold is we're going to go around and capture all of these PAL merchants. So what you're going to want to do here is wait until this PAL merchant gets to as low as a health as possible, and you're going to want to use legendary spear, hyper spear, ultra spear, whatever spear you have, even common spear, but probably not common spear, but you're going to want to use any spear that you can and just keep throwing them at him until he gets caught. And I mean, like, it could take a couple of tries, and if you're a lower level, I'd imagine maybe you would take more damage, but the idea here is he doesn't get to shoot you because you can just keep throwing spheres at him. Now, obviously, I messed up in the video, but you won't because you're better than me, right? Alright, so once he is caught, finally, we can go ahead and just log out so we can not have to deal with this annoying giant penguin, witch, whatever it is, and that's it. We log back in, and he will be burning on fire again, and we will just leave him alone. Alright guys, so once we log back in here, we're going to go to the PAL menu. We're going to put in our black marketeer. Make sure you take a look at the icon. It is a little like almost invisible like. It took me a little bit to find him. Then you're going to talk to this guy here if he ever lets you. Skip this prompt. Nobody reads prompts. And you're going to buy contraband. And you can go ahead and buy all of these PALs with the gold that you've farmed, right? So you can actually go ahead and buy like 1,000 of these if you've already farmed 1 million. You can do whatever you want with your purchases with this black marketeer, right? I have no idea why it shows my pals in the bottom, but you don't want catakas anyways, so we'll just ignore them. Cats are better for in real life pets, not in Palworld. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna go to the merchant's place and try to see what we can get for our gold, right? Because obviously these are good pets, but they're not the greatest. Alright guys, so let's get to it. I just want to show you guys where this PAL merchant area is for the people that don't know. Just real quickly, you're going to want to spawn at the tower entrance at the top right of the map, which is over here at the top right. And then go ahead and just right over the edge there it is. So I'll see you there. So here's the first PAL merchant here. We're going to skip the prompt because nobody reads prompts. And now we got some bronze cherries. That's 3. That's really nice. So we got some bronze cherries in this guy. That's pretty cool. We could use our gold on that. Let's check out this wandering merchant here. This is a higher level, so I'm hoping for some better stuff. Oh, there we go. We got some schematics. Oh my god. Bro, you could buy muskets. You could buy handgun ammo. I wonder if you can just buy this at like level 10 and just have a musket. That's pretty crazy. Hell yeah. Okay. And you can buy your armor, your cold resistant armor, your heat resistant armor. And mind you, you should have like 1 million plus gold. So you can buy all this stuff and it'll help you like late game. Alright, so we're just going to go head up to the next wandering merchant here, see what he's got. Let's see what he has here. Oh, he has mega spears. That's huge. If you're like level 10, you can get mega spears, you can get medical supplies, you can get leather, bones, horns, ice. All of these things are like really annoying to farm at the beginning of the game. High quality pal oil especially, so annoying to farm at early game. So like, I mean, if you go and do this glitch, you kill it one time with the wooden club and then you go ahead right after and light up the fireplaces and just do this over and over, you can have like an unlimited farm of everything. That would be like the craziest speed run ever. Video question mark. Alright guys, so we're at a different dungeon now, and this glitch is similar to the other glitch, but this is a glitch in case you don't want to actually fight the boss, like if you're doing like a higher end, like level 43 dungeon or something like that, and you just want to sneak by, grab the loot, and there's actually a way to do this where you don't have to fight the boss. This could also be if you were on that Nightwing and you were level 13, you wouldn't want to sit there and shoot arrows at a level 43. You just want to get in, grab the loot, and so on and so forth. I also quickly wanted to just say that if you are doing the first glitch, then you would have to do the second glitch, which is the glitch we're doing now, at a different cave. You can only do 1 glitch per cave, but keep in mind that these dungeons respawn between half an hour to an hour and a half. So since there's 128 or something dungeons, you can actually just go dungeon to dungeon to dungeon. Alright, so the glitch starts off the same. As you can see in the background, I did the same thing. I got out of the mesh, and we're just looking for the boss room now, and that is where this second glitch changes from the first glitch. Alright guys, so once you've located the end of the boss, you can see the tree. That's how you know where the end of the boss is. You're going to do the same thing. You're going to come out of the mesh, but this time you're just going to sneak around the boss because we don't want to kill the boss. We just want that loot. So we're going to go ahead and sneak past the boss. Just check a couple of times, make sure there's nobody there, and you're going to actually throw out your pal, climb up onto the wall, pet the pal, and then ride the pal, and you will be outside on the other side of the barrier. You'll see the barrier will still stay there, which is how you know the glitch worked. I mean, either way, if you're getting across, you know the glitch worked. But yeah, then we can get all this free loot. And yeah, those are the 2 ways that you can do this glitch. Now I'm just gonna show you a higher level area, so like one of the dungeons in the latest game possible, just to show you that it works for every dungeon. Alright guys, so in order to find a more difficult dungeon, I went to palworld.gg/map, and here you can see all of the dungeons on the map, but it gets better than this. We're gonna actually take off everything except for the dungeons. So now we can actually see all of the dungeons, and I was close. There's actually 124. I thought there was 128. But anyways, the dungeon that we are going to go to is here by the Snapdragon, and I know that there's actually a respawn point right here. So we can actually just go here and go straight over to the edge. So let's do that now. Alright, so thanks to our handy dandy map, here we are. We've spawned at the spawn point, and we're just gonna make our way over now to that dungeon. So let's do that. We'll fly over, make our way to the dungeon, and we're gonna do the exact same thing, except this time when we enter, it's not gonna be the same because there's no longer level 6 guys now, right? There's level 37 Mosandras. So this was a little bit tricky for me, but I mean my settings are a little bit maxed out, so I can just take them out real quick. If you can't, I suggest bringing in like either if you've done the glitch for Zoe and the Griswold, I would suggest bringing that. But if you have anything that can tank them, would be good too, because then you can just walk up the wall, and once you're out of the mesh, they can't hit you anymore. But anyways, I'm gonna skip through this to the actual boss because we've already seen all this before. Alright, so we're here, and I was actually really excited to see Digtoises because I don't have them yet in my base. So I'm gonna go ahead and just shoot up these Digtoises, and as you can see, like, this is the problem with the higher dungeons, is like you do like literally no damage. So I had to actually come off my tame, and I was shooting them with assault rifles, but the same problem, like you don't really do that much damage. So of course we take out our handy dandy rocket them up, and just to show you a showcase, you can actually still just tame them from outside. I missed a couple of times, as you can see there, but yeah, you can actually just tame them. So I got myself a few Digtoises on the way. Win for me. And once we kill all or tame all of the Digtoises, let's go get that juicy loot. Yeah, so everything's gone now. We can go ahead, get our juicy loot. I want to see actually if we're going to be able to get a legendary schematic on our first try on the harder ones. So let's see here. Let's see what we get. We got the... Make sure you guys bring for this glitch 100 wood and 100 stone, and if you already have it from the beginning, then that's perfect also. But yeah, you need 100 stone and 100 wood. Find a leveled spot, so you want to go somewhere where it's leveled. Then you're going to want to make yourself a new PAL box, which means if you didn't pick up your resources, you will also need 10 paldium fragments. And once you finish getting that PAL box up, it's time to start building the structure for our glitch. So you also want to put a storage box down here, wooden box. This will be explained a little bit later. And once your storage box is up, you're going to want to place 3 stone foundations, but you're going to want to make sure that these stone foundations are actually lifted. And you can do so by, on the screen here, as you can see, you put it on an angle, and then you can continue to build these uplifted foundations. Now you want 3 stacked side by side, and then you're going to go ahead and put down 3 walls. Just run around to the back like I did to make it easier to place the walls. Next, you're going to want to put a roof here on the top right, and then you're going to want to place stairs, stone stairs, right where I have it on the screen. Alright, next you're going to go to your PAL box, and you're going to find as many gatherers as you can. I just used Catechas, but if you have level 4 or level 3 gatherers, that would work the best, because what's going to happen is we're going to do this glitch. We're going to get pretty much infinite amount of resources that drop on the ground, and the Catechas are going to come and pick it up. But I'll show you right now. Okay, so you're going to place the wall exactly where I have it here on that snap, and as you'll see, you're making stone walls and they're demolishing, however you're getting the resources back. So as you can see on the screen, all the Catechas are coming, grabbing all the stone and going to put it back into our box. So as we're making these stone walls, for free, essentially, the Catechas are returning our stone to the box, which means we can just do this as long as we want. If you want to take a break once you hit 0, the Catechas will do all the work, and then you can come back and just infinitely level up those snapdragons, jet dragons, and you'll see at the top left there how fast this is. They're already level 22, and they're just going to keep on leveling up, and this is just the easiest way to do it. Most of you guys are here for the breeding calculator, so we're going to actually go ahead and search this one up first. So we're going to click on breeding calculator here, and this is actually pretty straightforward. So if you wanted Anubis, for example, because most people who are starting off the game, they want their early game miner, you would click on Anubis here, and you would click find all combinations for a pal. And there you go. Here you can see as a child you can obviously do Anubis with Anubis, and these would be all the other possible combinations for Anubis. So if you were to breed with these two parents, you would 100% get Anubis. If you go ahead and go back to the top and do it backwards, you can actually see as a parent it'll show you the combinations of what Anubis as a parent would result in with the following combinations below. Okay, so let's head back to the main site here, and I'm going to show you guys what I found the second most useful of this site. It's actually the map here, so if you go ahead and click on the map, you will actually see that the whole map is visible, which I was very tired of searching up online, so this in itself was very useful. You can also use your wheel to zoom in and out of the map, which I also found extremely useful. But the most useful part of this map is actually the PAL locations, so you can actually search up for PALs, which is insane. Okay, so I'll give you two examples here. My first example is I was looking for a level 4 kindling, as you can see at the top of my screen. So I searched for Germantide Ignis. And when you search for him, it actually shows up right there. You'll see it. You can actually zoom in. You can find the closest waypoint. And voila, no more searching around the entire map. I was also looking for a Mazarina for honey, so if you search that up again here, you can see Mazarina, and if you click it again, it will show the Mazarina's location. Another pretty insane thing about this map is it actually shows you where all the Liftmonk energy is, and that's what you use to level up your PAL sphere throwing capabilities in the Statue of Power. So you would go ahead here and take off everything, all the filters, and you would open up Liftmonk energy. It takes a second, and these are all the Liftmonk energies that you can obtain so that you can catch things easier. If you're new to the game, I would suggest to go around and grab at least half of these because it really helps your PAL capture rate. Okay, so one last thing to note, just real quickly, is if you wanted to see all the dungeons, you would just click on dungeons, and there they all are. If you wanted to see the PAL bosses, you would click on PAL bosses, and there they all are. If you wanted the camps, same thing, and if you wanted the 5 towers, same thing. Just makes it a lot easier to see. That's going to be it for me, guys. I hope this helped you. Let me know what you guys think.